Hey guys, so we're on to week 2 of Motivational Mondays. Sorry, my lips are like Ashy Larry status. Ugh. Okay, so when I did the Dream Killers part 1, I knew I was going to have to do a part 2 because I didn't know how to express everything else that I wanted to say. But I did do a little bit of a writing down. Let me find my page. Okay. So I have a new verse, but someone asked last time, what Bible is this? This is my, let me go to the first page so I can give you the exact, it's the NIV Essentials Study Bible. And it is published by Zondervan. But this is the title. So I'm going to go with the verse that I chose today. Sorry, I was supposed to have that ready, but I kind of just went ahead and got on here. So it's Jeremiah 29, 11 through 12. Jeremiah 29. Sorry, y'all. If you have it, say amen. I'm just playing. 29, 11. Okay, and it states, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you." What the Lord is saying, ask and I will give it to you, but I have already made plans for you to prosper. I've already made these arrangements for you. So all you have to do is do your part. That's what I got there. So on this part 2, we're going to discuss that verse actually was in a letter, and it was, who was it for? Jeremiah. This was in Jeremiah, the prophet's letter to the exiled from Jerusalem. And the reason I bring that up is because he's talking to the people whom were exiled from Jerusalem. But what he's saying is the Lord, all you have to do is your part, and the Lord will bring you back to where you're supposed to be. Because there's always going to be a downtime. There's always going to be a time where you have to stand alone. And that's why I wanted to bring that up, because in your dreams and in your life, sometimes you have to be able and ready to stand alone to fulfill what is going on. And I'm going through a similar situation like that right now. That's why I find it important. Sometimes your only support is God. Because that's where we are. And my help cometh from the Lord. Like, it's one of those things. But in this chapter, even though they're in exile, they are still going to prosper while they're in exile. But their blessings, their big blessing, will come when they are able to when the situation is rectified. The thing that our pastor has been preaching on, which coincides with Dream Killers, just because it's what is it? No matter your situation, it's not your conclusion. Your condition is not your conclusion. And that has been on a lot of pastors' minds, because I've heard a lot of people speaking in reference to that. Just because what you're going through right now happens to be what it is not what is forever, and it is not what will continue to be. Things will change, especially with God's help. But the part about the dreams, because while you're in this, the devil will make you lose track of where you're going and who is in charge of where you're going. And through this, because this is a trial, you'll start to see it as that's just what it is, and you won't have a testimony at the end of it, because you won't even be able to see that you've come through. You won't even think you're going to come through, and that is, your testimony is part of your dream, because in order to get there, you have to go up and down. And when you get there, you have to be able to tell someone else that they can do that as well. Even though the situations, their trials would be different, but the point is, all of us will have them. I'm sorry, you guys, because I have something else that I wanted to speak on, but I don't want to mix them, so I have to save that one for next week. I don't want to get it all intertwined. But I know y'all hear me flipping pages like a mad woman. Where is it? I think it's... Give me a second. Okay, found it. Because like I was saying, the testimony. Your testimony can be stolen. Your expectations is what will be stolen in that case, because you're in exile. You don't expect to come out. You don't expect to see it through to the end of that issue. Your expectations will be lost. So when you lose expectations, you lose goals, you lose ambition, you lose what is the word, the potential. You lose potential because, I'm sorry you guys, my face has really been bothering me. The potential, meaning what was within you. One second. Potential. I forgot where I was going with potential. My son busted in the door. Oh, the potential that is within you, because you don't expect anything. You don't think you can do it. You don't see the potential within yourself to overcome. I don't know what it is. Y'all gonna see a lot of transitions in this one because a lot's going on, but I am determined to still get this out. I'm just gonna sum it up. But in order to be able to still get to that dream in the midst of all the turmoil and the trials and tribulations and whatnot, what you need to do is you need to need God and his word like you need to eat, because you have to be strong. Like, the thing is, when you're a fighter, you have to have strength to fight, and your strength is his word and your faith in his word. And that's where I'm at now, is that now I read more than I've ever read. Now I pray more than I've ever prayed, and it's sincere and it's unselfish, and it's more than just one time in a day. You know, like, it's not just, oh, I'm praying before I go to sleep. I pray throughout my day now, because there are times, like in that day, in that moment, I'm just weak and I'm just wiped out and I'm tired, and I could really just be like, I'm just gone. But you know what? In that moment, even in a hard time, you're supposed to pray. And I don't know what else to say after that, because I feel like that summed that up. Yeah. And the next one that I give you all is going to be, I know there's going to be more Dream Killers parts. This is just part 2. But the next one that I'm going to speak on is not going to be part of Dream. It's actually a derivative of Dream Killers. It's about identity, and actually it is part of Dream. This thing is deep, y'all. I'm telling you, it's deep. So next week I'll be doing one on how am I going to put it? Just going to say stolen identities. That's it. So I'll see you guys next time. I thank you for staying tuned, and I thank you all for your response to the last one. Like, I had so many great responses. I didn't know how to respond to every single one of them, but what I want to say is thank you guys. Thank you for listening to me. And even if I only reached one person, the fact that I reached more, y'all don't even understand the joy. If you could see my heart, it was a smile on it. It made my day, even more than my haul videos, my makeup videos, my family vlogs. Like, these here mean so much to me. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I have receptive people that want to hear these things. And like I said, if there's anything that you all have been thinking about, please put it there, because I don't mind researching something for someone. I don't mind being able to tell my story to someone. You know, it's crazy. But I am going to make a video on a Motivational Monday. It may be the one after that, or I just may make a separate one. I may put 2 out in a week. But I'm actually I'm going to tell you my story. Just my whole story. Because I feel like to better understand where I'm coming from, you have to understand where I've been. And I know I'm crazy and I'm funny and sometimes I'm loud and, you know, all those things, but that wasn't always me. And I want you all to know where I came from, because someone else is in that same spot or close to it, and they want to be away from it, or they don't even know they're in it, 'Cause sometimes you don't even know you're in the trenches. Sometimes you think the trenches is the top of the mountain and you don't even realize how low you really are. I've been there for real. So I love you guys, and I thank the Lord that y'all love it. See you guys next time.